Merry Christmas, guys. You watching Space Ron. In today's video we're going to talk about renting out bouncy castles. Now, a lot of my ideas, I always take interest in the idea of renting out equipment. Okay, it's somewhat passive income. It does require a little bit of work, but it's easy enough to always hire somebody if you're not around to do it, and it's pretty much just a drop off, pick up, little bit of maintenance, cleaning, things like that. Now, yes, before you say it, I do understand that it is COVID. So, of course, with social distancing and other measures like that, this is not the best business to be launching tomorrow. But there's a lot of planning and development that goes into a business. So it doesn't hurt to get the wheels in motion. And it's looking pretty hopeful anyway that maybe by next year things could be going back to normal. So at least you'll have your full business plan. You might have the equipment ready to go and ready to launch and things like this as well. As soon as things are somewhat quote-unquote normal, people are going to be eager to be having fun, okay? Their kids' birthday parties, gatherings, events, they're going to want to go that much extra because we've been on lockdown and restricted for so long that people are going to be ready to live their lives. So things like this are perfect to be launching kind of as soon as that happens. Really simple business structure, guys. This is definitely one that I probably will do in the future. I just got a million other things on the go right now, so definitely don't want to put too much on my plate. But first things first is how much do these things cost, right? So of course I live in Canada, so these are Canadian websites, Canadian prices. That's what I always reference to. Again, if you're in the United States, it's going to be a little bit different. So you always have to do your own research as to where you're from. So if I were to start this, I'd probably just do a simple square bouncy castle, okay? Let that pay for itself, earn enough money to basically get another one, and then start expanding into the big jungle gyms or the obstacle courses, things like that. Because then at that point as well, you have a bit more of a clientele and a bit more of a name for yourself. So the equipment won't just be sitting in your garage waiting to be rented. There'll actually be a little bit more of demand for it. So this particular website, of course, the price is, $2-3 grand for a bouncy castle, seeming a little high. So you keep doing a little bit of research here. I got a carousel bouncer for $17.95 Canadian, princess bouncer for $2 grand. I mean, and are you really getting any more value? If I spend $3,000 on this sports bounce house, $4,000, sorry, for half the price I get the princess bouncer or the smiley train bouncer. I mean, they're literally the exact same thing. They're a square bouncer. Either way, you're going to be renting it out for the same amount of money, so it doesn't make sense to spend double the amount of money to get the same amount of returns. So another thing I always do whenever it boils down to buying a piece of equipment or supplies, anything like that, I always look overseas. Okay, now everyone, I get the thought of coming from China, it's garbage apparently, but that is completely false. Yes, there's a lot of factories in China that do produce low quality products, but like 90% of things come from China anyway. If you're gonna buy one of these bouncers, I could almost guarantee you that it's coming from China. Okay, this is just a middleman that's basically ordering these in overseas, jacking the price up, and then selling it to you for a little bit of convenience. So I always look into China, basically Alibaba.com. Now what you see is basically just an advertisement, okay? This isn't exact, it says $500 to $1,500 US for this exact bouncy castle, but that's not necessarily the case. This is basically a place to link yourself to a supplier, so you want to start a chat with them. Okay, you want to get a catalog from them. You want to find out shipping costs. You want to get as much information as you can from them. Find out other products that they can make, because if you can have a steady supplier as your business expands, then that's obviously ideal. Now these are, I think by the time you get shipping and everything, if you're going to get a high quality one, it probably would be close to the same amount of money. So I personally don't think I would be looking into it too much, but for lots of other equipment and lots of other products, it is well worth it. You're paying just a fraction of the price to go through China, and I've ordered many things from China, and I've received some really high quality products. Next thing on the list is competition. Okay, what are they doing? What can we charge with this business? So again, here's a couple Alberta companies and see what they're up to. So right now, of course, COVID is crazy, so that's probably why they have all their prices marked down. This one for 4 hours is regular $160. And it's on for $120. So $120 for 4 hours. Now most of their pricing is pretty similar. As we go down, they get a little bit bigger. This teddy bear castle at $140, just a bit bigger of a castle. So But still, I think the most expensive ones, they go up to a couple $100 anyway. So that's a regular price. Now it's on sale for $160 for 4 hours. They have 8-hour prices and 12-hour prices. So other information that you can get from other companies as well is other ways to expand your business. So this company in particular rents out mini golf courses, carnival games, laser tag, inflatable pubs, concessions, photo booths, tents, tables, chairs, so it'd be for like weddings and things like that. So all sorts of opportunity just starting with a bouncy castle, or you could start it with any number of these things. But you got to remember that these things are obviously working for this established company, so why can't you do it as well in your area? So anyways, let's look at the bouncy castles. So here is $210. I think that's for the day. And then they had add additional hours after that if it stays overnight. So it's probably a 12-hour price, I think it was. I added it to my cart and did that research beforehand. But anyways, bigger ones up to $350. So they really only have to be rented out a handful of times, and then they're completely paid for themselves. So that's why this business is cool as well. You drop it off, pick it up. Pretty much you only need a pickup truck. You can get a cargo trailer for convenience. As long as you got storage in your garage or somewhere to put these things. And then of course it's just a matter of wiping them down and sanitizing them for the next group of people that are going to rent it off you. So minimal investment, minimal effort. I think it's a great entry-level business, and then of course that can raise some capital to either grow this business or invest into other things as well. So the last thing that you need though, of course, is don't forget about the waiver. Okay, you do not want somebody breaking a leg in your bouncy castle and you getting sued for. So of course there's all sorts of online services. I've actually never used things like this. I just I hire people to build forms and agreements for me, and then I know it's done right, and then I have the actual PDF copies of these. I can print them off and get them signed myself. But all in all, guys, I think this is a fantastic business idea. Again, once I have a little bit more time freed up, it's definitely one that I'll probably do in my area, because I mean, you can start it for a few $1,000s, so minimal investment. There's fairly high returns on it. It's a pickup and a drop off kind of business. So you can do it as a side gig, or you can easily hire somebody to do it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time on Space Ron.